Thank you.
I,
Your call has been transferred to the Drugs Enforcement Administration. My name is Andrew M. Canarsa, and my employee ID number is 487119. And
okay, let
may
me.
I know with
Your
whom I'm
name's
speaking with?
Andrew. How do you spell your last
Yes,
name?
my it's CA and like Nancy.
C-A.
Uh,
And like Nancy.
again, CA and like Nancy. Again and like Nancy.
Okay.
ARSA. Canarsa. And
Okay,
my
Canarsa.
employee ID number is yes, and my employee ID number is 487119.
487. Okay. Which is that the same as your
119.
badge ID? Is that the same as your badge
Yes.
ID?
Uh, yes, that's my employee ID number, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
my
just
badge
wanted to
number.
make sure.
Right, no problem. So
Okay.
here I received case file forwarded by the Social Security Administration for drugs trafficking and for the money laundering under your name. So do you like to give any kind of statement or do you have anything to say?
No, other than, well, a couple of things. I'm having trouble understanding how someone can just simply start doing the things that was described on another state while I'm doing my thing in the state of Utah. It just doesn't make much sense to me. I can't fathom it.
Okay.
The other thing I wanted to say is I wish I'd known earlier. I would have called the police and would have given them a heads up. I mean, this sounds awful.
All right. Okay. First of all, ma'am, let me ask, have you ever give your personal information to someone or have you ever put your personal information in the internet or have you ever misplaced your
Yes.
social security number anywhere?
Well, when I applied for my job, I had to fill out an application on the internet, and I had to put my social security number in the application. And when they hired me, I had to go into the HR department and present to them my actual social security card and my driver's license. So yes, that's how you got. I mean, a person has no choice but to give those things out when you get a job, and that took place 9 years ago.
Might be, ma'am, because you have put your social security number in an unknown website for applying for a job. That's how your identification got stolen, and that's how your social security number has been misused. That might be the reason. And there is a
Maybe
new.
I should call my supervisor and ask them why they're committing all these crimes in Texas. Because that's the only website I put my social in. Oh, wait a minute. When I do my taxes, I put my social security number into the TurboTax.
All right.
I mean, maybe TurboTax is doing this.
So, ma'am, there is a number of ways a criminal and a hacker they can get your information. Might be the criminal
Okay.
they have got your information from your bank website because your bank people what they do they used to store all your personal information in your website. So the criminal, they might have hacked your bank website, and that's how they have obtained your personal information in order to misuse your
So,
identification. And,
so
and
then
do you
I
have
need to go
any
to my
idea,
bank
ma'am,
and
what
talk to them.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay,
need to
first of
talk to
all,
my
ma'am,
bank and tell them that they're giving out my information. If that's what you're saying.
I'll, I'll let you know, ma'am. I'll let you know what you need to do. First of all, let me ask you, do you have any idea what this case is all about?
No, I don't. Something about
All right. Let me
activities in Texas. I've only been talking for 20 minutes, and already it seems like my life is going to be over.
let me explain it to you again so that you're gonna understand better about this case. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So somebody has rented a car in the south border of Texas, and that car was registered under your name and under your social security number.
Okay.
And in that same car, we found a drugs and a blood stain. And apart from that, there were 22 bank accounts and 11
22 bank
credit
accounts.
cards.
22?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And there were 22 bank accounts and 11 credit cards that has been opened by using your social security number. And through those bank accounts, thousands of dollars has been transferred outside the United States and within the United States. So that's the reason the Social Security Administration has filed a case against you for drugs trafficking and also for the money laundering. Do you follow me,
Okay.
ma'am?
Yes, I follow you.
So now, according to the ma'am, can you off the speaker of your phone so that I can hear you better?
No, I'm using my headset. It's the only way I can talk on my cell phone.
Okay.
I don't have a choice.
Here. Okay. So according to the investigation report provided by the investigation department, as my previous officer, as he explained you, we have found a car in the south border of Texas. And in the
Okay.
car, we found a blood stain and a drugs. And apart from that, there were 22 bank accounts and 11 credit cards that has been opened by using your social security number. So by having all the evidence, now the federal court has given an order in order to blacklist your social security number. And the court has also given an order in order to close down all the bank accounts whichever that is linked with your social security. But at the same time, when we check the background record of yours, we found that you don't have any kind of bad records under your name and you had been never been through this situation. Am I correct, ma'am?
Oh, yeah, nothing like this. This is one for the books. I've never had trouble with my social security number.
So now we have come to the conclusion that this case might be the case of identity theft. So we have already requested the federal court in order to give us some time in order to collect the evidence and in order to prove you innocent instead of federal court. So now we have to differentiate between your accounts and those bogus accounts that has been opened by those bogus peoples, so that we're going to request the court not to freeze your accounts and to close down all the bogus accounts. Those belongs to the culprit. So for that reason, may I know the name of the bank that you're banking with, ma'am? How many banks are you dealing with?
I only have one bank.
All right. And what is the name of the bank?
Cypress Credit Union.
Okay. And in this bank, do you have both checking and savings account, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Right. And do you have any idea what is the balance that is available in your checking
Well,
and in your savings account?
I told the other person what the balances were. He didn't write them down?
Mhm.
Did he?
Ma'am, we have to make sure whatever the information that you have provided to the Social Security administration is correct, because we have to do a double check, and we have to send it to the court. So that's the reason, ma'am, we have to reconfirm. So in your checking, according to the file, is around 3,000, right? And in your savings, it is around 7,000. Am I correct, ma'am?
Okay. In my checking, I have 3,600. And in my savings, I have 7,800.
All right. And do you have a credit cards under your name, ma'am?
No, I don't use credit cards.
Okay. And do you have a driver license? Do you drive? Do you have a car under your name?
Yes, I do.
All right. And do you have any 401k, IRA, or do you have any future investment under your name, ma'am?
I have a 401k.
All right. And you know the value of your 401k?
The last time I checked, it was up to $85,000.
All right. And can you help me with your zip code, ma'am?
You want? Okay, my zip code?
Yeah, your zip code?
84109.
64109, right?
No, you're not listening to me. 84109.
It's 84109, right? Am I correct, ma'am?
Yes, you're correct.
Okay. So from here, I'm going to send all this information to the federal court. I'm going to tell the court that these are the accounts belongs to you, and the rest of the 22 account belongs to those bogus people. And at the same time, I'm going to request the court not to freeze your account from a credit union and not to block your debit card. And at the same time, I'm going to request the court to freeze the rest of the 22 fake account and fake credit card that is using by those culprits. Okay?
Okay.
Right. And one thing, ma'am, right at this second, we don't know exactly who the culprit is. He could be your family members, your friends, your relatives, and he could be your neighbor as well. Just make sure, until and unless we're gonna reveal you the identity of the culprit, just keep this matter confidential. Because if the culprit, if he comes to know about this investigation, then it's gonna be very hard for us in order to catch him, or in order to prove you innocent inside a federal court.
How do you know?
Right at the second,
How do you know it's a guy? What if it's a woman?
because, ma'am, we have received a confirmation and some intel from the Federal Bureau of Investigation that the culprit, they are not a single person, so they are in a group. So, like I told you, ma'am, the culprit, he could be anyone. He might be the person that you know. He might be a colleague, or he might be your neighbor, and he could be anyone. So until and unless we're gonna reveal you the identity of this culprit, just keep this matter confidential. Because if the culprit, if he comes to know about this investigation, then it's gonna be very hard for us in order to catch him, or in order to prove you innocent inside a court. And right at this second, we haven't put your case into the public. If somehow, if this case will be in the public, there is a chance that your name might be published in a newspaper, or it might be even shown in the news. And I don't want any of these things happen with you, and we don't want to spoil the good record in the society. So only for today for the 24 hours, you have to keep this matter confidential. So once we're going to receive the report from the Federal Bureau of Investigation that they have already catched the culprit, by tomorrow we're going to talk to the court and we're going to set an appointment in your nearest local Social Security Administration, and we're going to give you all the culprit background record along with this picture in the written documentation, okay?
Okay.
Right. So before that, ma'am, can you grab a pen and piece of paper? Can you write down my name and my ID number? You got a paper and a pen?
Hold on, I need to get it.
All right, no problem. Take your time.
Okay, I have pen and paper.
Right. Write down my first name and my last name. My first name is Andrew, Andrew.
Okay, Andrew.
And my middle initial is M like Mary.
Andrew.
And my last name Canarsa, C-A-N like Nancy, again N like Nancy, A-R-S-A. And my employee ID number is 487119. You got it, ma'am?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. So from here, ma'am, I'm going to send all this information to the federal court. I'm going to try to request the court not to freeze your accounts and to block all the fake accounts. So at that meantime, can you just bear with me? Can you just stay online, ma'am?
Do what?
Hello?
What do you want me to do?
Can you just stay on the line? Can you just bear with me for a moment so I can send all this information?
Which website do you want me to go? You want me to go online?
No, ma'am. I want you to stay on the line with me. Can you hold the line for a moment?
Stay on the phone. Yes, I can stay on the phone.
Just give me 1 minute, okay? Let me send all this information to the court. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, everybody. I had to stop my Twitch stream. I didn't realize that Restream was still nailing Twitch, so I stopped it. You might notice my quality is higher. I'm now streaming at 1080p, 30 frames a second. So if you get buffering, drop it down to 720p. That could help. But I really don't think it will. I got kick butt internet here. Christopher Plummer died. Man, he was one of my favorite actors. I love him. He's just totally cool. He was great.
Alright, you there, ma'am?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello?
I'm here.
So here I have sent all the information to the federal court, and I have tried to request the court, but the courthouse, they have informed me to tell you that they have already sent the notification to all the banks, including your bank as well, in order to freeze all the bank accounts, whichever that is linked with your social security number, in order to stop the money laundering activities. So that means your bank account with a credit union bank is also linked with your social security number, right?
Yes. Well, I'm looking at my bank right now on the phone. It doesn't say anything.
Ma'am, right now your bank account is not yet frozen.
Oh, okay.
Your
You told me it was.
have not received. Yes, your bank people, they have not received any kind of notification from the courthouse. So that means
now you're confusing me. First you said an order went out to close all of the bank accounts that had an association with my social security number. But you then said that, no, my bank hasn't received the notice? I don't understand.
Here, ma'am, that means your bank account with the credit union bank is going to be frozen. So once your bank account it will be frozen, that means you won't have an access to your account. You won't be able to withdraw not even a single dollar from your account. Your account it might get remain frozen for 8 to 10 years. But here the courthouse they are considering you as a victim of identity theft. That is the only reason they have decided to give you one option in order to save your money from getting freeze. And that option is a safety locker. So do you have any idea what is a safety locker?
Um, well, I used one when I went in for, I had to get an operation a couple of years ago, and they got me a safety locker for my valuables while I was in the hospital. And I know about safety deposit boxes that you can get at a post office and some banks. Oh,
Safety
yes.
locker, ma'am, is not safety locker, ma'am, is not like any kind of metallic box. It is a facility that is provided to the victim of identity theft and to those who are directly and indirectly involved in a money laundering case. And this facility is
Oh,
provided
you
to the
mean,
victim
I know
of
what you mean. It's like an escape room. You hide in the room when the criminals break in your house so you don't get hurted. I know what you mean.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. This facility is provided to the victim of identity theft for 24 hours. So here, what you need to do, you have to go to your bank and you have to withdraw whatever the funds that you have it in your checking as well as from your savings account. Because till now, your bank people, they have not received any kind of notification from the courthouse. So that is the only reason your bank account is not yet frozen and your debit card is not yet blocked. So once your bank people will receive any kind of
Well, wait a
notification from the
minute.
courthouse,
I know what I can do.
that
I can
means
just transfer all
ma'am,
my
hold
money.
on.
I can just transfer all my money to my daughter. She has a checking account. Hello?
Ma'am?
Yes?
Yes, I'm listening, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I should just transfer
Okay.
all my money to my daughter's checking account.
Ma'am, right this second, you have a money laundering case under your name. So that's the reason you cannot make any kind of bank transfer, any kind of bank transaction,
So I
or
can't
any
even
kind
withdraw.
of wire
I
transfer.
can't even
Ma'am,
withdraw
you're
my
not
money.
listening.
I can't withdraw my money. You just told me
You
that's
can
what was
withdraw
gonna.
your funds.
Okay, so I'll go withdraw it, and then I'll deposit it in my daughter's account.
Ma'am, you are not listening to me. What I'm trying to tell you, at least first, just listen what I'm. Just first try to listen what I'm trying to tell you, ma'am. And after that, I will give a time. Okay? Just give me only a minute. All right?
Okay.
So, ma'am, can you just please, can you just listen to me for a minute? Just give me only 1 minute so I can explain you, okay? And after
Okay.
that, you can. I'm gonna let you talk, okay, ma'am? All right. So
Okay.
here, ma'am, right at this second, you have a money laundering case under your name. So that's the reason you cannot make any kind of bank transaction, any kind of money transfer, or any kind of wire transaction right this second. If you're gonna do that, then it's gonna be blocked by the cybercrime of the United States and by the IRS.
No,
So
no,
that's
you
the
don't.
reason
You
you
don't
cannot make.
understand. I
Ma'am,
just
ma'am,
beat
you're not.
my daughter.
Ma'am, you're not.
I just beat my daughter at my bank. I withdraw the money and then hand it over to her. That's what I'm saying.
Ma'am, here you cannot right at this second. You cannot deposit your funds into the another account. We're gonna be generating a new bank account for you. Your new bank account will be in the same bank and will be in the same branch, but the accounts numbers will be changed.
Okay.
You got it, ma'am?
Yeah, I can understand that.
And And here, ma'am, we are going to replace your old social security number with a new one. Because why? Because if the criminals, if they try to use your old social security number again in the future, then we can track him down easily. So that's
That
the
makes
reason
sense.
your old your
That
old
makes
social security number will be
that makes sense. I understand.
so here, ma'am. So before your bank people freeze your bank account, ma'am, you have to withdraw whatever the funds that you have it in your account. And right at the second, we don't have any kind of with right at the second we don't have any kind of update from the federal court or any kind of information from the Treasury Department when your bank account is going to be frozen. It might be after 1 hour, it might be after 30 minutes, or it might be after 15 minutes. So your bank account, it might get frozen at any time. So that's the
Okay.
reason, ma'am, you have to go to your bank right away, right now. So how far is your bank, ma'am, from your current location or
It
from
takes
your
about
place?
takes about 15 minutes to drive there.
15 minutes, right?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. So now, ma'am, in order to go to the bank, you have to take the pen and piece of paper. Do you have a pen and paper?
Yes, I do.
And you have to carry your driver license with you. Do you have your
Okay.
driver license, ma'am?
Yes, it's in my purse.
Okay, and can you check the level or the battery of your cell phone?
Um, well, it doesn't matter. I have a charger in the car, but it's at 80% right now.
Okay, perfect, ma'am. Perfect, and sounds good. And here, ma'am, right at this second, you have a money laundering case that is registered under your name. So, according to
Okay.
the federal law, those person who has a money laundering case registered under their names, they are not allowed to keep the cash more than $100. So, if you're gonna keep the cash with you more than $100, it's gonna be considered that you are keeping the black money. It's gonna be considered that you are trying to hide your income. And if the IRS and if the cybercrime of the United States comes to know that you have a cash with you more than $100, then they're gonna seize the money from you and they're gonna transfer that money to the Treasury Department. And the Treasury Department, they're gonna give your money to the charity. So here, I don't want the Treasury Department to give your
What's
money to the
what's
charity,
what's
and
charity?
I don't want
What's charity?
charity. That means a donation.
Which one?
It's like a firm,
What's cha-
non-profit firm, ma'am.
Oh, that's nice. I like that idea. I've always wanted to give to charity.
So here, ma'am, you can keep this money with you, but not in the form of cash. It
Oh,
should be in the form of. Can you give me a minute, ma'am?
yes.
I'm gonna listen to you, whatever you're gonna talk. Just give me only 1 minute so I can explain you, okay?
Okay.
So here, you can keep this money with you, but not in the form of cash. It should be in the form of government certified card, where you can get it from any of the government authorized store. I'm gonna be giving you the location and the address of the nearest government authorized store, which gonna be near to your place and which gonna be near to your location. So once you're gonna convert all these funds into a government certified card, you have to keep it with you for today. And by tomorrow, we're gonna talk to the court and we're gonna set an appointment in your nearest local social security administration where you have to go down and you have to give this card in your local social security office to a social security agent, and he's
Oh,
gonna be giving you the paperwork, and he's gonna be giving you the paperwork, the NOC letter stating that your account is not under the investigation anymore, stating that your name has been cleared from this case,
okay.
and they're gonna take your thumbprint, eye scan, and they will give you your new bank account, your new social security card, and a refund check. So once you're gonna receive your refund check, you can put that check into your new bank account, and you can link back with a new social security number, okay?
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Alright, so now ma'am, first of all, take the pen and paper, carry your driver license, and carry the cell phone along with you. Once you are in your car, before you drive, talk to me, and make sure do not put me on mute and do not put me in a hold. And make sure that you keep this line open. The line should not be disconnected intentionally from your side. And if the line get cut off, I will give you a call back, okay, from my direct text line number. You got it, ma'am?
Okay. Well, I'm going out to my car right now.
No problem. Once you're in your car, before you drive, talk to me.
Okay. Okay. I'm in my car.
Are you in your car, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Alright, so in order to verify to the court that you are about to drive, ma'am, can you press the horn of your car? Can you blow the horn of your car, ma'am?
Just one time
Just
or two
once?
times? Okay.
One time. One time.
Okay.
Okay. So now, ma'am, put me on the speaker, put your cell phone aside, and connect your cell phone into your car charger. And do not talk to me while you are driving. But once you are at the parking lot of your bank, let me know. Make sure.
Okay, I'm driving. I'm driving right now. Be quiet. I can't talk to you while I'm driving. Be quiet. Hush up. No talking.
I understand, ma'am.
Be quiet. I don't want to get a ticket. Yeah, they fall for the horn all the time. I gotta get rid of that male cop. So I'm gonna get to the bank and I'm gonna not have my face mask. I'm gonna try to orchestrate this so that I can have part 2 at my 5 o'clock stream. I'm limited to an hour. Come on, I don't... why you go so slow? Let me in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. Jeez. Slow folks. Hello, officer. I have a question. I'm at a stoplight, so I can talk.
Do not talk to me, ma'am, while you are driving.
I'm at a stoplight. I'm at a stoplight. How often does this
Okay, go ahead.
How often does this happen to people? I asked you a question.
All these things have taken place
Okay, I'm driving again. You need to be... I'm driving again. You need to shut up. Shut your mouth. That's funny, Joe. I love telling them to shut up. Another... I gotta edit that. Sounds like some dude coughing. No, I don't think I'm gonna do baby on this particular one. I'm gonna get to the bank. I can't go in because I don't have my mask. And then I've got to somehow bring the call to a close so that I can resume it on my 5 o'clock screen. I left the baby on the car. So, wham! Officer, I'm at another stoplight. I have another question.
Go ahead.
How long is it going to take to catch this person? How long will it take to catch them?
Okay. 1 hour.
Say that again?
So after 1 hour.
No, how long will it take to catch the criminals?
We have got the confirmation from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, ma'am. They have asked for a time period for a day in order to catch those culprits. That means within these 24 hours, they're gonna try their best in order to catch those.
I'm driving again. You need to shut up. Just close your mouth. Be quiet. Hopefully I haven't upset my Twitch viewers. They got to see a little bit of this stream before I stopped it. I didn't mean for it to start. How's everybody doing this fine Friday? Happy birthday, David. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, got it. So, Cat Mama's birthday. Happy birthday! I'm not sure what his plans are because I think he's going to want me to actually mail the money. No, he did say security locker. So that means I'm going to be buying gift cards. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't say gift cards, but that's what they're going to be. He said electronic security voucher. Okay, on my coffee update, Smith's Breakfast Blend Coffee rates 5 out of 10. The coffee that Anita got me, I tried the Houston Blend, which I rate a 7. And this morning I tried the Texas Pecan Blend, which also rates a 7. Really good coffee. You guys trading chickens and gooses? Chocolate cherry decadence. Sounds good. Okay, I'm pulling into my bank parking lot.
Okay, once you're gonna park your car,
Yeah, I'm parking it now. My part.
Alright. So first of all, ma'am, sit in your car so I can give you all the guideline what you have to do inside a bank, okay?
Okay.
Hello? Alright. So make sure, ma'am, while you are inside a bank, do not break any kind of guideline or any kind of instruction that I'm going to give you from the federal court. If you have any question, any query into the bank, do not talk to me. Just come outside and let me know. Like I told you, ma'am, right at the second, your bank people, they have not received any kind of notification from the courthouse. So that is the only reason your bank account is not yet frozen and your debit card is not yet blocked. So if
Okay.
your bank people, if they come to know that you have a case of money laundering and drugs trafficking from the federal government, then they're gonna keep you inside the bank and they're gonna do an investigation, and later they might even register a case under your name with a local law enforcement. Eventually they're gonna shut down your account and you're gonna lose all your hard-earned money. So here, I don't want the bank people to do any kind of investigation on you. So your bank people, they have all the rights to ask you a question. They might ask you why you are withdrawing these funds, for what purpose. If they're gonna ask you why you are withdrawing these funds, tell them that you are going to buy a brand new car. Okay?
That won't make
You got
sense
it,
to
ma'am?
them. No, because Betty, who's the main teller, knows that I just bought this car. She's going to want to know why I'm buying a brand new car.
Then, okay, then you can give another reason.
Like
You can
what?
tell them that you are withdrawing these funds for the house renovation.
I don't have a house.
You can give them any.
I rent a studio apartment.
Then tell them that you are going to make an investment deal, ma'am.
That
Because,
doesn't
like I
make
told you, ma'am,
That
you
doesn't
can-
make sense. That won't make sense because Betty knows I invested and lost a lot of money to Bernie Madoff. So she would probably say, "Why are you doing this? You got your life savings burned. Don't invest," she will say to me. She will be very concerned.
you can give them any valid reason, ma'am, or tell them that you're withdrawing this fund for a medical emergency.
Then Betty will be
Because,
very
ma'am-
concerned. Betty will think that I have cancer or some kind of ailment. She's going to want to know what's going on.
Ma'am, like I told you, ma'am, you cannot let the bank people know about
That-
this case because we have got the information. Like I told you, we have got the information
And I
from
can't
the FBI.
I can't tell a lie. I go to the LDS church. I'm a member.
You are,
I can get in trouble if I
lying,
tell
ma'am.
lie. It's one of the 10 Commandments.
ma'am,
Thou
you
shalt
are not
thou
lying.
shalt
You
not lie. Why are you having me say lies?
Ma'am, here I'm not saying that you cannot tell your bank. I'm not saying that you cannot tell your bank people. I'm not saying that do not let them know. You can let them know, ma'am. But the first thing it gonna happens to you, they're gonna try to do an investigation. What kind of criminal case do you have with the federal government or from the federal court? So once they're gonna investigate you, later they're gonna register a case with your local law enforcement, and after that they're gonna freeze your account. In this way, you're gonna lose your money, and at the same time, you're gonna lose your bank account. That's the reason, ma'am.
Okay.
And here, ma'am, right again, you're not going to lie. You are helping the federal government. You are not following the procedure. You are not following the guideline from our department. Right the second, the federal government is asking your help so that we can catch all those criminals. Right the second, you are working together with our department, ma'am. I hope you understand that.
Yes, I understand.
If I have a different option, ma'am, I would have given it to you from before. Because
Okay.
these are the only option that's given by the federal court, ma'am. Do not mind.
Okay.
So here, ma'am, you can tell them that you have a medical emergency, or you can think of any valid reason. So what kind of reason you gonna give them, ma'am? Can you just let me know so that I can
gonna-
talk to the court?
I'm going to tell them that I need to withdraw it for personal reasons.
Okay, that'll be much better, ma'am. So in checking, you have to leave $300, and in your savings, you have to leave $300, and
Okay.
withdraw the rest of the balance cash, not in cashier check. Because if you're gonna withdraw the funds in cashier check, it's gonna take 3 to 2 days in order to process and in order to generate a refund check. So that's the reason you have to withdraw these funds in cash, not in cashier check. Okay, ma'am?
It has to be cash?
All right? Yeah, it has to be cash because we only have a 24 hours in order to submit all this evidence and in order to generate your refund check and generate your new bank account. So within these 24 hours, we have to complete all this procedure.
But I don't
so that's the
understand.
reason, ma'am, you have...
Okay, hold on. I did some math. That means I'm withdrawing $10,900. I have to fill out an IRS form to do that. Because it's over $10,000. If I try to withdraw more than $10,000 in cash, I have to fill out a special form and speak to the bank manager. Because it's above the low limit.
Okay, you don't have to withdraw the 10,000, ma'am. From your checking, you have to withdraw 2,000, and from your savings account, you have to withdraw the 7,000 and leave the rest of the balance. Okay?
Okay, but I
that you don't have.
I don't want that to be lost when they lock my bank. And what about my 401k? That's got 85,000.
Do not worry, ma'am. The 401k, I will talk to the court and attorney general, and I have heard from the investigation department and from the justice department that the 401k will not be affected.
Okay, do you know which company? Do you know which company holds my 401k?
We don't have the information, ma'am.
Okay, because according to what I'm reading here, I'm going to need to go close that out too. Okay, so I'm going to go get $9,000.
Okay, let me verify, ma'am, so that you won't make any kind of mistake.
I'm going
in
the
bank. What is the amount that you have to... along with you, ma'am? Hello?
I said be quiet. I don't want them to hear you talking.
Okay.
Yes, I know one at a time. My baby. Yeah, Jack. What do you mean I didn't need a mask last time? It's required a mask? What about the drive-thru? Closed? Well, you're open to, what, 6 o'clock? Okay, thank you. Yes, that's just for personal. Hello? Hello? Hello, officer?
Yes, ma'am. Do not talk to me inside a bank.
I can't
come
go in.
And talk to me, ma'am.
I can't go in the bank. I didn't bring my face mask. I have to wear a face mask to go in the bank.
So you don't have a face mask, ma'am?
No, I don't. They didn't require it last week. No, I have it at home on my desk table.
Okay, no problem. Then you can drive back to your home and you can get your face mask and you can come back. Not a problem. Take your time.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Okay. We have plenty of time. My bank doesn't close until 6 p.m.
Take your time, ma'am. Drive safely back to your home and get a fit.
Okay.
And drive back to your bank.
Okay, so this is my plan. When I'm halfway home, I'm gonna bring out the train, and then Susan's gonna have to tell him, I've gotta go back to work. I was doing this on my lunch break. I gotta go back to work. We'll have to wait till 3. Okay, now I'm gonna send those couple of robots after him. $248 scammers terrorized since I started this call. Officer, I'm at a stoplight. I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
How long have you been working for where you're with the DEA, right? How long have you been there?
I have been working with the. I work in Hawaii.
Okay, I'm
Hawaii.
driving again. You need to be quiet. Shut your mouth. Said he was in Hawaii. Yeah, right. Okay, we'll be doing the train here in a second. Oh no! Oh no! Officer!
Yes.
I'm having to wait on this train.
Okay.
Looks like a long one.
Okay. Hurry, because your safety is your first priority. Okay.
What?
Do not be in a hurry, ma'am. Drive carefully, because your safety is your priority.
I'm waiting on the train. I have to wait for the train.
Stop.
Oh boy, what a day. I'm also watching, I'm at lunch officially, but nothing's blowing up at work, so that's good. Doesn't look like they're answering the bot anymore. Yeah, a motorcycle ride? Yes, I got your pictures, Mary. Jane. He can hardly talk. I don't know if you heard, but he was crackling pretty bad. Officer, can you hear me? I'm still waiting on the train.
Take it, ma'am.
I'm not sure what's causing him to cut out. It's really weird. Okay, officer, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. Yes.
Okay, I'm able to drive again. I just got texted
Okay.
I just got a text from my work. They want me to go back to work. My lunch is over. Hello? Hello, officer? Officer? Officer, are you there?
I hear you, ma'am. I can hear you fine. Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, go ahead. You're driving?
Well, I'm at a stoplight again. I just got a text from my boss. I have to go back to work.
Ma'am, you have to take a leave for 1 hour for today
Nope.
in order to complete
Nope.
all this procedure.
I work in an
Complete
essential
procedure, you go back to work.
I'm filling in for somebody who called in sick. I have to go back to work.
Ma'am, if you're gonna go back to work, that means, ma'am, we won't be able to help you.
No, I get
You
off.
have to submit all this.
I get off of work at 3 o'clock. It's only 2 hours or 2.5 hours, basically.
We don't have that much time, ma'am. Like I already told you, we have to submit all this evidence according to the court guideline, and according to the court instruction. You have to understand, ma'am. You have to help the federal government anyhow, so that we can catch all those criminals.
I'm sorry, but I gotta go to work. If I don't, I'll lose my job.
Ma'am, do not worry, ma'am. I will be talking to the court and to the Justice Department and to the Federal Tax Commission in order to get in touch with your boss. So we're gonna be sending an attorney and agent, and we're gonna.
Do you have a do you have a direct number I can call you?
Ma'am, this is a federally monitored and recorded line. Once you decide that means we have to submit. The courthouse, they're gonna send the notification to your bank people, and even your IRA, it might get frozen, ma'am. Even your
Okay.
401k, it might get frozen along with your bank account. That's why
Okay.
I'm trying to help you, ma'am.
Okay, well, you're not giving me much choice.
So once you're in your house, let me know, okay?
I'm going back to work. I'm not going home. I gotta go back to work.
Ma'am, you have to drive back to your bank again. First of all, you have to take your face mask and
You
you have
can
to
wait.
drive back to your bank.
It's 12:15. I get off work at 3 o'clock. We can do it then.
Ma'am,
My-
if you're not going to complete all this procedure, I'm sorry, ma'am, we won't be able to help you.
Okay, you
That
don't
needs
want,
to be-
okay, I guess I can't. If you can't wait 2.5 hours, then I guess it's not worth it. It's just 2.5 hours.
You go to your house, take your face mask, and drive back to your bank. One thing,
You're cutting it out.
push.
You're breaking up. Here, I'm gonna pull over.
Pull over your car.
Okay.
Right. Here, what I'm saying is that, ma'am, if something goes wrong with this case, you might lose your job, you might use your driver license, your social security number, it might get blacklisted, and even you might lose all your 401k and your bank account. And I don't want any of these things happen with you, ma'am. And you have to understand, ma'am, here, whatever the information that I'm trying to give you, I'm giving you directly from the federal court.
Okay, this is the way I see it. This is the way, you're not listening. I've been on the phone with you for now an hour and a half, 1 hour and 24 minutes, according to my phone. If the United States government can't wait 2.5 hours, then I don't have much faith in this. I don't know what to say, because if the tables were turned, you'd make me wait.
Ma'am, let me ask you one thing, ma'am.
You can wait.
Have you ever been...
You can wait. Just 2.5 hours. Not that long.
Ma'am, it's very easy to say, ma'am. First of all, let me ask you, have you ever been to this court process? Have you ever been to this situation before, ma'am? Have you ever worked with attorney and worked with like any law enforcement officer? Do you have any idea how the court works, ma'am? Do you have?
Well,
if you have worked with an attorney, you will have some idea, ma'am, how the court works.
Okay, I gotta go back to work. I'll talk to you at 3 o'clock. What's your phone number? What number should I call you?
Okay, all right. I'm gonna give you some extension.
Okay.
So you gotta so just that you have to keep this matter confidential for today, for 24 hours. That means you cannot discuss this matter with your colleague or with your friends or in your workplace or with your boss or with anyone. You got it, ma'am?
I've got to go back to work. Hurry up! I'm sorry. I have to go back to work. What is your number? Let me write down your number.
Ma'am, you gotta have to keep quiet, and you gotta have to listen to me for a second.
No, you need to be quiet. I have to go back to work. I'm parked on the side of a freeway. I can get a ticket for that, so hurry up. What is your number?
I will give you my number here. What I'm saying is that, ma'am, just you have to keep this matter confidential for 24 hours for today.
I will. I'll keep it
okay,
quiet.
I'll give you my direct line number. Okay. It's 2-1. For my name and for my ID number. You have my name and my ID number, right?
Yes, I have. I'm looking for my paper. Maybe I should write that down again. I have Andrew. Your badge number is 487119.
Correct. Andrew M. Canarsa. Write down my last name also, ma'am.
Andrew Canards. Okay.
Canarsa is Canarsa, ma'am. C-A-N-N-A-R-S-A.
Andrew Canards. Okay.
Canarsa. Andrew M. Canarsa.
That's a strange name. It means balls. Okay.
That's the name that is given by my parents, ma'am. I cannot do anything.
They named you after a pair of balls. That's kind of funny. It's kind of cute, actually. Okay, Andrew, when I get off work, I'll call you. And we'll get this taken...
Here, ma'am.
We'll get this taken care of.
Just give me a call back. Okay, and what time are you going to be getting off from your work, ma'am?
Well, I get off at 3, and... I figure we can head to the bank right from my work. It's a bit longer of a drive, but we can go straight to the bank. And I'll take one of the masks from my work, so that way we won't have any trouble. Okay?
Okay. All right. So, ma'am, once you're gonna get off from your work, just call me directly before you go to the bank. Okay?
Okay, I will.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. And make sure, ma'am, the courthouse they have given you an extension for 2.5 hours in one condition, so that make sure that you do not discuss this matter with anyone. Okay? If you're gonna discuss this matter with anyone, ma'am, it's gonna be considered as a termination of the agreement between you and the courthouse. So the termination of the agreement, that means, ma'am, once the agreement will be terminated, you have to take this case on your
hands. Can you speak up? I'm having trouble here. Say that again, but louder. You're fading out. Say that again.
Can you hear me now, ma'am? Can you?
Your voice is kind of.
Can you hear me fine?
It's very faint. Can you say that again, but louder?
What about now, ma'am? Can you hear me fine?
No, louder, please.
What about now, ma'am? Hello?
Louder. There you go, like that. Now, what were you saying?
All right. Here, ma'am, the federal court, they are informing you, they are giving you a notification that your phone lines will be tapped and all your activities, whomever you are talking on the phone and in person, will be monitored by the cybercrime of the United States and by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So within these 24 hours of, within these 2 hours, 2.5 hours of extension, if you're gonna...
I gotta go. I'll talk to you at 3 o'clock. I'll call you. I will call you.
You don't even listen to me, ma'am.
I can't. I gotta go.
I'm trying to help you, but you're not even trying to listen, not even for a minute.
Okay, finish what you were saying, and then I gotta go. Finish what you were saying.
Okay, here what I was saying is that, ma'am, whomever you are talking on the phone and in person is closely monitored by the cybercrime of the United States and by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So within these 24 hours of investigation, if you're going to discuss this matter with your friends, family members, or with your boss, or with your colleague in your workplace, it's going to be taken as a flat refusal. You got me, ma'am?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Make sure that you do not discuss this matter with anyone, okay?
Okay.
And give me a call back once you're going to get out from your work. First, ma'am, once you're going to get out from your work, just call me first before you go to the bank. You got me?
I will.
All right. And if you, or else, exactly at 3, I'm going to give you a call back, okay?
Let me call you first, because we might end up calling each other.
Okay, all right. Just call me first then, once you're going to get out from your work, okay?
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Bye-bye.
I'm going to be expecting your call. All right.
At 3 o'clock, I'll call you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly at 3. All right. Take your time, ma'am. Give me a call back.
Okay. Bye-bye. Wow. Yeah. Hopefully he'll be up for it. I already have. I'll let you hear it. So she's a female at the bank, so she's going to hear...
Next, please.
Now it's my turn to use the bank.
Thank you. Just a moment.
Thank you.
Are you withdrawing from your checking, or?
It's going to be a little from both.
Are you withdrawing? Okay, well, you'll need to fill out 2 slips, one for each account.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. Filling it out.
And would you like this in an envelope?
Yes, that would be nice.
Is there anything else I can do for you today?
You can cure make world peace.
Great. Well, thank you for banking with us. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. So, did you hear that voice? Oh yeah, I gotta stop my clock. I also got to, my record is 2.5 hours. So, I get to add another half hour to that time because I literally was on. Okay, so you did hear my. It was me doing the voice. Let me go back to my normal voice. I have a few minutes left on my lunch break.
There we go. So, at 3 o'clock my time or 5 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to start my stream. And then, yeah, my voice should be back to Ray. And then and Susan's going to call Andrew Canarsa. Like, I didn't know, I thought they were balls, but they're actually wings. Okay. Canards, I thought were balls. I know nards are balls, so I assume. But anyways, my thoughts are, I have the bank voice to work with, so yeah, the steam's going to stop here in the next couple of minutes. Let me see how my, okay, so everything's looking good there. Yeah, it also botted them quite a bit. I mean, they don't answer that phone anymore. So I may have been the one that shut their number down. I called them 259 times. So, yeah, I gave them the wrath of Ray. So I'll be back on at, you want me to ride a motorcycle to the bank, huh? That would be kind of cool. I'll be back on at 5 o'clock p.m. We'll have part 2 of Andrew Canarsa. We'll start with a trip to the bank. I'll get the money. And then I guess we're going to go buy some gift cards. So we'll find all kinds of ways to delay the trip. I have pictures of money. So during my next 15-minute break, I'm going to make sure they look right, and we'll make a show of it. Okay. So I'll be back on soon. We'll polish this guy up and give him his just desserts. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later.